So Adrian, you've had a week off, a chance to reflect and to probably give the boys a couple of days off as well.
Yeah, they had the weekend off, not too much time. I think we feel that we're in a position where we can't really have too much time off. I know a lot of Super League clubs probably had the whole week off, but we didn't. We weren't fortunate enough to do that, just purely off the back of needing to stay in the moment really and make sure we don't get ahead of ourselves. So coming off a really good win against Leeds a fortnight ago and going into this one at home is a real big point for us in the sense of where we sit on the table and to keep momentum going in our favour. So it'll be a tough game, we understand that, but we worked really hard since the Leeds game to make sure that we give our best version of us.
Yeah, just on that Leeds game, it was a little bit of a shame that the international break came at the time it did, just because you were in fine form heading into that break. That Leeds game particularly, that was probably one of the best performances that Leigh have put in this season.
Yeah, certainly the first 40 minutes at least anyway. So it's given us something to work off and a standards to aspire to every game, and we've been working really hard to be able to get to that level. So even though we've lost some games along the way, we've certainly learnt the lessons in those games, and we apply that against Leeds. So we got off to a flying start there, and just a lot of things I liked about us that we want to see more often during matches. So we're still aiming for that 80-minute performance. We get a chance this Friday night to back up that. There'd be nothing more frustrating, and you're right. You want to play straight away as soon as you can after a performance like that. But we've had time to reflect now, a week off, which doesn't help at times. But having said that, I know like us and like every other club, you want that opportunity to rest some players through that period. And we've got a few there with niggly injuries, so we'll look at the positive that there was a chance to do that.
The Tigers at the Leopards Den on Friday night, Adrian, what can we expect from Castleford? It's been a mixed start for them.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of games of theirs now. They're certainly trying to play an open style of rugby to help them out. So they still do have some players in there that have been around for a long time with that experience to get them over the line. We've just got to more or less focus on us, I feel, as a group. There's been a lot of learnings along the way on how we want to be and how we want to play both in attack and defence. And for me, it's more about making sure that we get on who we want to be as a team. I think they'll come here with all guns blazing, and like I said, if we're not on there, it could turn very, very quickly.
Yeah, can we just have a quick run through the injuries as well? Ben Nakubawai, I think he was meant to be back around this point. Can you provide a little bit of an update on him?
Yeah, Ben will be included in the 21 this week, and we're going to give him right up until captain's run. He's a 50-50 at the moment, so if there's any doubt on that, I'm not going to risk that, just purely with the time we've just had off and with what's coming up ahead of us. So we'll make that decision on captain's run. But apart from that, it'll be pretty much the same squad as we've had over the last couple of weeks. So Jack Hughes is still 3-4 weeks away. We've got who's the other one? Joe Wardle. That's long term. That's early July. So apart from that, it's business as usual.
How's Aaron Smith doing these days?
Yeah, Aaron Smith's back in training, all ready to go. It's whether or not we include him in that squad or try to get him to play some game time elsewhere. Keenan Brand's available now. He's loads up to a position we think can compete, so he's in the same position as Aaron in the sense of whether we play him. So those players are on the fringe at the moment, probably need a little bit of game time, so we'll work closely with them on that.
With 10 rounds into the Super League season now, which players have really impressed you in the Leopards team so far this year?
To be fair, mate, I've been really happy with everyone. No one's really stood out, and I think the longer the season's gone on, people are starting to play their best rugby. So Edwin Apape is now starting to be Edwin from last year. I think Mulhern played his best game last weekend. Tom Amone played 70 minutes. Lachlan Lamb's firing on that left edge. Charnley's finishing well. Kai O'Donnell's been outstanding. The list goes on and on. Asiata's captained well. So I think collectively as a group, I think we're playing consistently now, and I think that's what's helped us perform last week against Leeds, just the game time that we've been able to have. Just getting players with experience like Latelli and Hardacre and Briscoe, they've all been around for a long time, and they're certainly given their all. But, you know, I can't also forget Gaz O'Brien, who's been exceptional for us at fullback. So I've nearly named the whole team there, mate. But I think it's been a collective effort, and I think they've bought into who we want to be as a team. So I'm proud of everyone.
Good stuff. We're in May now, which means the recruitment window is open for 2024. Have you been busy over this last 48 hours or so?
Yeah, it's a time to make sure that you're on schedule with who you want to be, what we want to do. So as a club, you know, we're always looking to improve our squad. We do have one of the smallest squad in Super League. You know, so having said that, we've got an owner here that's very, obvious on building this club. So we're looking at every opportunity where there is to meet with players that are off contract who we think fit this environment and who we want to add to our squad to help us develop to the team we want to be over the next couple of years. So I think it's pretty hectic for all clubs, not only, you know, recruitment, but also retention and keeping the players that you need to have here. So we're working really hard on that. So it's business as usual every day throughout this month.
Not just about bringing players into the club, though, is it? It's about retaining players as well. Are you having those kind of conversations with the players that you want to keep and secure on long-term deals as well? Yeah,
absolutely. It's something that we're very aggressive with in the sense of making sure that we manage that process really well. We don't want to lose anyone, obviously, that we want to keep here. But having said that too, we've got to make some tough decisions on players to improve the squad or to give them an opportunity somewhere else if the offers are better. So it's a business within the business, to be honest with you, but it is certainly a part of success for the clubs that have been successful over the last or at any stage during the career. So, you know, we're working hard on making sure we manage that process.
And just to wrap up this interview, 10 games in, 7th in the Super League table. I think you're on par with Saints who are in 6th, which is obviously a playoff spot.
Yeah.
How would you sum up this first 10 weeks for your side? Are you happy, satisfied? Could you do better?
Yeah, I think very happy with where we are in regards to sitting on the table, because I feel that our best rugby's still ahead of us. I still think we've got 2 or 3 levels to go to. So having said all of that, and to be equal 6th at the moment, I felt that we could have won probably 2 more games of what we have done, which would probably put us in the 4th. So we're not far off, but I think with so much more improvement in us. So we'll keep our feet grounded at the moment. We're still working hard to being a better club, a better team, both on and off the field. You know, I think Derek Beaumont and Neil Jukes has certainly set the bar with the off-field entertainment and who we want to be as an event here on game day. Chris Chester and myself and all the coaching staff are working hard on taking the team to another level with the rugby, and the players are working hard to be a part of the journey this year. So, you know, 10 games in, head's in a really good place, but keep the feet grounded and keep working hard.